Authoritarian leaders seek to establish a psychological bond with their followers, albeit one in which the leader wields a privileged power wholly unlike the crowd that longs for identification. And then you go and talk more about Viktor Orban and how he did that. But I would say that that's happening real time right now with the current president of the United States, who has a base that is by and large a lot of them are under poverty line and definitely barely into middle class, definitely not millionaire, billionaire class.
No.
But somehow he has found a way to make them feel like he's one of them, although there's nothing about his life that has ever and never will mirror their lives. He has never experienced hunger or struggling to pay a bill or struggling to find childcare or having to choose between medication and groceries or having to balance a checkbook to make sure that you can pay rent or pay your children's tuition. These are not things that he has ever in his life had to encounter and never will encounter, neither him nor his children, but somehow he has made them feel like he is one of them, and he has never been and never will be one of them.
And I think there's a lesson for us who love democracy in that. I heard a political scientist say that it's not that people necessarily like or dislike a politician. It's whether they feel like that politician likes or respects them.
Mm-hmm.
And progressive politicians have a way of not appealing to people at that real level. And we have ways of communicating. We professors are the worst. We get snarky. And that communicates. But it hurts when you're trying to communicate across a line, right? And so what he has done is communicated to people that they are seen by him, not that he's one of them, but that they're seen by him, and that somehow he has their best interest at heart.
Well, and we'll be completely honest about things that are becoming more and more painfully obvious. He is their champion for a number of reasons, because he is in a position of power that validates their isms and schisms.
They'll say, he says what I think.
He says what I think. He feels what I feel. If you want to blame the browns and blacks, he's blaming the browns and blacks. He's into that. If you want to say women are getting out of their place and they belong barefoot, pregnant in the kitchen, if you want to say that people need to pull themselves up by their bootstraps and my tax money shouldn't be going to feed this and that, whatever you're wanting to say, he's their champion, and for whatever reason, we could say that he hates who they hate or whatever the case is, but it's deeper than that. Like you said, he makes them feel seen, how he makes them feel. Yeah. And apparently that runs deep, and that is what is explained here about the balance between authoritarianism and egalitarianism. There's a lot of syllables and a lot of words, but they're on display right now in these United States.